Have you ever wondered how healthy your city is? Turns out there's a best healthy city for women and another one for men. And you can find them in the current issues of Men's Health and Women's Health magazines. Matt Bean is senior editor at Men's Health and a contributing editor for Women's Health. Good morning to you, Matt.
Thanks very much for having me.
Well, you know, my first question is, why is there a difference between the healthiest city for a woman and the healthiest city for a man?
Well, that's a good question, because there are a lot of things in a city that obviously affect both men and women equally. But men and women fall victim to different diseases at different rates. So there are different risk factors that you have to look at when you're trying to figure out what's the best city for men and what's the best city for women. So that's what we did.
All right, and use what criteria to make these determinations?
So many criteria out there. We've got spreadsheets as long as the day, but I got to tell you, there are three major things we looked at. Number one, health. So what are the major diseases? How prominent are they in these different cities? Number two, quality of life. Everything from public smoking laws to unemployment. And then finally, fitness. How easy is it to get out there and exercise or to do participatory sports like basketball, cycling, things like that?
Let's get to the list. Number three, best for women, Seattle.
That's right, Seattle. Now, Seattle's a place where it has the highest number of people with bachelor degrees, so people are very educated, so they've got good health care, and they can afford it.
And number two, San Francisco.
San Francisco. Now, San Francisco obviously has a lot of people walking up and down hills, so they're very healthy there, but it also has the best air quality, which is a major factor for people.
And I bet that's why number one for women is Salt Lake City. Yeah.
Now, Salt Lake City, surprisingly enough, is the number one place for exercise. It has the highest number of women that exercise at least 3 days per week. So good job, Salt Lake City.
Makes perfect sense, but Salt Lake City jumps down to number three for healthiest city for men. So let's go to the men's list.
They're still doing pretty good. Salt Lake City, obviously, exercise is sort of a community thing. So if everybody's getting out there, staying fit, then it's easier.
The number two healthiest city for men is St. Paul.
That's right, St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, you wouldn't think that St. Paul is killing it on any individual rank, right? But they just are good all over, and they're doing a lot of things to make people healthier. They're like putting in a lot of bike paths recently.
All right, and then the number one healthiest city for men is Madison, Wisconsin.
That's right, Madison, Wisconsin. It's a university town, but here is the single most important thing: lowest rate of heart disease. Now, heart disease is a major killer for men, so that's why Madison, Wisconsin is our number one healthiest city for men.
All right, so we got the top three good healthy cities.
That's right.
So let's talk about what came in at the bottom of the list. I'm heartbroken about this because I lived in St. Louis a long time.
I'm a Midwest boy myself, so it hurts. But St. Louis was number two worst city for both men and for women. Highest crime rate, really bad disease rates. They don't have any public smoking laws whatsoever. So if I'm from St. Louis, this is a wake-up call. I'm getting on the phone right now. I'm going to call my public officials, try to get some bike paths put in, maybe do something about smoking in the restaurants. It's a positive thing.
I'm registering my protest. I'd like for there to be a recount.
We'll see what we can do.
All right. Okay, and so then the number one unhealthiest city for women is?
The number one unhealthiest city for women is Bakersfield, California. Really bad air quality in Bakersfield, really high disease rates and mortality rates. So.
All right, and then for the men, it's Charleston, West Virginia.
That's right, Charleston, West Virginia. Nobody is exercising in Charleston, West Virginia.
All right, Matt Dean, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.